Hey everyone, Cole Wilde here, track pilot and coach here at the Vancouver Island campus. I've been working professionally as a guide for a number of years, as well as a Paddle Canada instructor. And in today's video, I'm going to be sharing a few principles that will help you with expeditionary kayak packing. That framework you can think of as the ABCs: accessibility, balance, and compression. So in this here TRAK Beach Boss, I have all of my equipment for a 3-day self-supported expedition in the beautiful Gulf Islands just around the corner. So I'm gonna open up this bag and we're gonna run all of this gear through that framework. So right off the bat, I'm just gonna pull up my paddle here. I got my TRAK 4-piece paddle. I've got my dry suit in this nylon bag. I've got my PFD. All of my my safety radio, my EPIRB is all gonna stay with my PFD. I've got my TRAK 14-liter deck bag. Inside of this guy, I'm gonna have my my water for while I'm paddling, as well as some snacks for while I'm on the water. I might even keep one of these in my PFD. I will also keep my camera in this 14-liter deck bag as well. So where that would live is actually just on the deck of the boat right here. Moving along, I've got my spray skirt. That's gonna stay with my PFD. I got my Northwater, my throw bag and baler. This is actually gonna live just behind my seat. So that's gonna be right in here. I've got my mess kit. So this is a couple of mugs. This is a plate, knife, bottle opener, and my my mate for yerba mate. I've got my NRS boots. Inside this guy right here, I've got all my clothing for 3 days. It's summertime, it's warm. I'm bringing just what I need. So this guy here, I'm not gonna need this right away. So where I'm gonna actually keep it is I'm gonna keep it up toward the bow. Okay, I'm not gonna have that accessibility while I'm on the water, and that's not important. Here I've got my my 2-man tent. Again, not important for accessibility, so I'm actually gonna keep this up in the bow as well. So right around this location here. Okay, I've got a couple tanks of gas here, and my stove. Stove's in here. So right here, I've got my bottles of fuel, my stove. I want to have these fairly accessible, so I'm actually going to keep these just behind my seat, right in this section here. Next, in this bag here, I would have 3 days supply of food. So this one here, I would also keep just behind my seat. This here is my seasonally appropriate sleeping bag with a sleeping bag liner. This is all I need for these warmer summer months, and these would also live right up here. My tow belt, live with my PFD. This is my rope kit for my tarp. I would keep this just behind my seat as well. So here, I've got a 4-liter supply of water, and I have a water filtration system. So when I drink all 4 liters of this water here, I can easily pull some from the environment that I'm staying in. So this guy here, really important from a balance perspective. I'm gonna wanna keep this in the center of the kayak, closer toward my seat. So actually just keep this right in between my legs, as this is gonna be one of the heavier things that's in my boat. So it's really important to keep in mind the trim of the kayak. So you wanna have an even distribution of weight toward the bow and an even distribution of weight toward the stern. The heaviest things right in the center. So water filtration system, I keep this in the back as well. Inside here, I've got my sleeping pad. I'd keep this up here as well. Again, I'm not needing direct access to that. My pump, I'd be keeping this on my stern deck, just under my bungees here. This Pelican case, this is where I would keep my smartphone with my power bank, so I could actually charge that unit inside. And I would keep that easily accessible just inside my 14-liter deck bag, just there. And then I've got my TRAK Fly. This is my tarp system. And so I'd want to keep this accessible if I were going to stop somewhere, have lunch. I want to get some protection from either rain or the sun. So I'd want to keep this just behind my seat so it's easily accessible. So that would be just in this section right here. Okay, my first aid kit as well. I'd be wanting to keep this readily accessible. I could keep it inside of the boat if I were with a group. If it were just myself, I would keep it just behind my seat. My chart, I would be keeping this right up here with my deck bag. I'd likely just stow it just underneath here, or while I'm paddling, I would just keep it right here on my spray skirt. So easily accessible. This is a little trowel for bathroom kit. It'd be pretty accessible. So just behind my seat. Sunscreen, this is gonna be up in front. It's a little cutting board that I could slide in easily, just again, behind my seat. So that is everything that I need for a 3-day self-supported expedition. And I brought it all here in my TRAK Beach Boss. And now I'm just gonna roll it up. And I'm just gonna put the whole thing right in behind my seat. So that was our brief explanation of kayak expeditionary packing. And so just remember your ABCs: accessibility, balance, and compression. Be brave, and we'll see you out there.